Thank you and welcome back to the second segment of the show for today. We're talking to Dr. Helen Barrett, the Dean of the Graduate School at Tennessee State University. And of course, Dr. Barrett, before we had our first commercial break, we promised that we would give you an opportunity to sort of expand upon some of the programs and activities in the graduate school at Tennessee State University, because we're sure that there are individuals who are watching this morning who are interested in furthering their education, and this certainly seems to me to be one of the ways to do it. Let's talk about it from that perspective.
Okay. I would like to talk to you, Dr. Haney, and to our audience about the breadth of the programs, the scope of the various programs. I want to be sure that I touch them all, because I think people might be surprised and very pleased to learn about the breadth of the programs, and I want to be sure not to forget any of them. And I'll go through them alphabetically. We do have, I'll go through them by schools. We have a School of Agriculture and Consumer Sciences, and there we have Agricultural Sciences, which is a long-standing program at TSU, as well as Family and Consumer Sciences. In Allied Health, we have Speech Pathology and Audiology, and we have Physical Therapy. And the Physical Therapy program is newly on board at the master's level. In Arts and Sciences, we have some of the kinds of traditional arts and sciences master's programs, such as biology at the master's level, biological sciences at the PhD level, chemistry master's degree, Master of Criminal Justice, Master of in English, master's degree in music education, and a master's in mathematical sciences. In business, we have an MBA program, and that is, of course, one of our accredited programs, one of our many accredited programs. In just a minute, I would like to talk to you more about accreditation. When we get to education, there's a host of offerings. In educational administration, we have a doctoral degree in administration and supervision, which has concentrations in the K-12 education as well as higher education administration. We have the Department of Human Performance and Sports Sciences has a degree in health, physical education, and recreation. Psychology has a number of programs. Of course, that is my discipline. I know more about that than probably any of the others. We have a doctoral program that encompasses concentrations in counseling psychology and school psychology. We have a guidance and counseling program that offers the master's degree. And then master's programs in psychology, in counseling psychology, as well as school psychology, which also has, the school psych program also has an educational specialist program. I'll mention right now that our psychology program has recently received American Psychological Association accreditation. They accredit professional psychology programs at the doctoral level, and the counseling psychology program received that very, very great distinction. So I thought I would mention that. I will get back to accreditation later. The Department of Teaching and Learning has programs in curriculum instruction, as I mentioned, with numerous concentrations, including English as a second language, programs in reading and adult education, special education, elementary education. It would take me a while to go through all of those. Oh, special education as well. Programs at the doctoral level and at the master's level. Leaving education, we have the College of Engineering, Technology, and Computer Science. And in that area, there's a master's program in engineering. And also programs in computer information systems engineering. And there is a master's program in that area, as well as a recently begun doctoral program in computer information systems engineering, and we have just this past year admitted our first students into that program. Then there's the Institute of Government, and they also house one of our doctoral programs, the doctoral program in public administration, and they also have a master's program in public administration. And finally, there's nursing. There is a master's degree in nursing with a concentration, one of the few in the country, in holistic nursing. So in giving you that rundown, I've given you the breadth of programs that we have at Tennessee State University. And as I said, I think that it's probably an eye-opener for people to learn that this scope is right here in Nashville, probably just a couple of miles from downtown Nashville, and very, very available.
Now, how accessible are these programs to the general community?
Well, you mean in terms of admission standards?
Not only admission standards, but how can they get to these programs? And what are the hours that you might be able to offer those
that's
courses?
one of, there are many special features of our programs that I think make them very unique and very appealing. One of them is that most of our graduate courses are offered in the evening, after 4:30, and that has been a practice of long standing with our graduate programs at Tennessee State University. We have been able to appeal to working adults as well as traditional students. In fact, many of our students are employed in the community. They are outstanding members of in the workforce in many different professions, and they want to continue their education, but they want to continue to keep their jobs. And so we enable our students to go part-time, or if they choose, they can go full-time. And so that's one of the convenience features. We also have evening programs. I'm sorry, we also have weekend programs. And many of them are on the downtown, or the better known as the Williams campus, which is is a stone's throw from the state capitol. And we have some emerging online programs. We have one that is beginning, just kind of beginning right now in education, and the other, which should start next fall, which is a program in nursing. An online degree, our nursing master's program will be online. We also have a number of off-campus sites. We offer programs at Vol State Community College. We have some courses at McGavock High School and in some of the surrounding counties and high schools like Winchester, Hickman County, Portland. And there are a number of other sites where we bring some of our master's programs and some EDS courses. So accessibility is something that we feel is, we do a good job with, and we're actually moving trying to make greater strides in terms of making our programs accessible and convenient. For example, we are looking at the one-stop shopping concept so that students can come and they can get admitted and register, enroll, pay their fees, and so on in one location, so that it makes it extremely convenient for people, working adults especially, non-traditional students who are very, very busy people.
Very good. And of course, we're getting ready for our second commercial break here, Dr. Barrett, after which we will come back and give you an opportunity to talk about some of the other things that you'd like to talk about. But it is apparent that Tennessee State University's graduate school is not only reaching out to the community, but doing it at a way that can be quite reasonable in terms of financial support. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break.